So we need to turn to the legal requirements, and IBSA has responded to the Australian Human Rights Commission Act of 1986, and we're going to focus pretty closely now on the rights of persons with disabilities. Now, what the Australian Human Rights Commission Act does is follow the international instruments or law that's been created. So all of these little dot points that you have here are all international instruments from the Human Rights Commission, and this is the Australian law responding to that. So under the Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities, which is the international instrument, in Article 24 it addresses education. So it states that parties shall ensure that persons with disabilities are able to access general tertiary education, vocational training, adult education and lifelong learning without discrimination and on an equal basis to others. So the bottom line is we have to respond and adjust our training resources and support to meet reasonably and practicably their disabilities. Now, to this end, states parties shall ensure that reasonable accommodation is provided to persons with disabilities. So in review, what international legal instrument ensures equal opportunity to adult education, vocational education and lifelong learning? So what is the international legal instrument? And that one is the Conventions on the Rights of People with a Disability. You'll also have another question there. So in review, what Australian legislation, and legislation means law, what law here in Australia represents this international law for the human rights of people to adult education, vocational education and lifelong learning? And that one, the Australian law, is the Australian Human Rights Commission Act of 1986.